Hey y'all, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yeah, it looks like you can. Hey Crystal, hey Ace. Cool gamer. I didn't put slow mode on. I want the heart. I want heart to touch. I want heart to touch. Okay. Nana's love, unique trauma obsessed, and no Lacey. I did not cancel. Hey Pantera, Chatty Jen, Patty Quintel. Is it Shane? Sean? Shane? Addicted Mind. Hi. Oops. Saffron. Wandering Hearts. Hey y'all. Hey. Hi Brandy. I don't think we need slow mode, not right now anyway. We'll leave it how it is. Did I say Wandering Hearts? Hey Wandering Hearts. I think I did. We'll give it a minute. I'm gonna well, perhaps I should just read it because my mic fucks up when I share, but Billy sent me one of the news updates on Leilani. I mean, I've gotten updates, of course, behind the scenes, but still got to watch what we say. Hey, Ethel. Sherry Pope, hey. All right, let me see if I can. Well, we'll try and pull it up. Okay. Let's share. So my sound might mess up. Hey, Sabrina, how you doing, girl? Good to see you. Hey, Brandy. Brandy with Y. At Wonder Alley. Hey. Okay. Share screen. I'll try this. If it's too bad, I'll just read it to you. But you guys know I'm a terrible reader. Okay. Type this. We're going to go this one here. Is this what you sent me? Yeah. This was just put out today. Chatham County Sheriff John said Leilani Simon has been in protective custody since she was arrested last week. Leilani Simon is charged with murdering her son, Quentin Simon. The sheriff explained that protective custody means she's in a cell by herself, separated from other inmates in the facility. Like other inmates in protective custody, Leilani gets an hour out by herself each day. Sound familiar? Anyone? Sound familiar? The whole idea of things is to make sure that she is protected from people in the jail. This day and time, people are subject to do anything in here, especially when somebody is charged with a crime like she is. Not that she's guilty. I'm not saying that, but you've got some people that have the wrong idea and they would want to harm her. Hold up. Let's rewind this for a minute because I didn't read it like this as Billy sent it to me. I was trying to make sure it was in order and I totally didn't I very much glazed over that part because that wording is very, in my opinion, I mean, it's fucking there in black and white, right? And from the sheriff. Okay, hold on. Sheriff John said Leilani Simon has been in protective custody since she was arrested last week. Leilani Simon is charged with murdering her son, Quentin Simon. Charged, you guys. Only charged. She's not convicted. So the sheriff explained that protective custody means she's in a cell by herself, separated from other inmates in the facility. Like other inmates in protective custody, she gets 1 hour a day by herself each day. So she's got an hour a day where she can, I don't know, perhaps walk around a certain area, be out of her cell to return emails or texts or call her family and stuff like that, much like Dawn Wells was. Now, this is from the sheriff, y'all. Let's read this again. The whole idea of things is to make sure she is protected from people in jail. This day and time, people are subject to do anything in here, especially when somebody is charged with a crime like she is. Not that she is guilty. I'm not saying that. But you've got some people that have the wrong idea and they would want to harm her. And we just can't let that happen. Okay, let me pull up my chat here. Is my sound super bad? Probably. Hey, Thor. Hey, everyone. Indica Girl, Brooke. All my mods, all my members. She can order commissary, send emails, make calls during her hour. Yep. Sound is good on your end? Okay, we'll keep going then. Okay, so right there they're saying this is the sheriff, okay? Not that she is guilty. I'm not saying that. But you've got some people that have the wrong idea and they would want to harm her. And we just can't let that happen. Sheriff also said that mental health workers determined she also needed to be placed on suicide watch. Now, I don't know who all knows that, but Billy, of course, told me that when it, a couple days ago. So I knew she was on suicide watch. But again, trying to be careful what we say. But since this is out there by the sheriff, it's okay to talk about because we are commentating on it. But yes, I knew that she was on suicide watch for a few days. Another thing Billy and I talked about is if we posted that, it's not like there's many people on here that would give a shit about that. So we kind of like, again, well, even if it was safe to put out at that time, we knew that people would just take that and run with it. So I didn't post it. But here they are saying it. So yes, she was on suicide watch for several days. And this just came out today. So, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So this is, okay. So, all right. We're going to talk about some shit that Billy and I were wondering if we should talk about. Okay. So now I'm reading it all. All right. So I was made aware by people and told by some people that Leilani was in a cell by herself. She was being handcuffed in the shower and when she goes to the bathroom and naked. And that, I was shocked. So I knew she was on suicide watch, but I didn't think of like she could use her clothes to try and hang herself or whatever. That's terrible. So again, this is more stuff that's been added onto the loved ones while dealing with also preparing for Quentin's celebration of life, I will call it. That it does suck because I can't want bad for Leilani when I know there's other children that are alive and well, and I don't know if that's what they would want. I think one day they're going to want to face their mother, and that's not for anyone to decide or make up or play God with, but there's 2 other children that she birthed that are going to want answers, and they're going to want them. Trust me, I know. They're going to want from the horse's mouth, not what Billy Joe tells them, not what, because no matter what anyone tells them or anyone loved one tells them or any stranger tells these kids as they get older, they're gonna forever have their own feelings and own thoughts, because I've been in a similar situation, and no matter what anyone told me, just like, don't ever have a relationship with your dad, he's a really bad dude, right? So these kids are going to want to hear from Leilani, no matter what she has to say, if it's the truth then or not the truth or whatever, they are going to want to hear it from her. And that's not for any of us to take away from these children. Billy says, much love, y'all. I want to thank you two ladies for the donation. Oh, they wish to be unknown. Yes. These donations included a Paw Patrol casket. Yes. Okay. We'll get to that in a minute. But yes, there's a few wonderful humans that don't want to be named, and I wish they would, but they know they'll get dragged for what they've done. But they have taken a huge burden off of Quentin's family, and that is, in my opinion, an awesome thing, a beautiful thing. These people have amazing hearts, and yeah, they're probably watching, so just send them love because they know who they are, and that's all that matters. Maybe they'll say one day, but it's not up for us to say. They said they want to be unknown, so they got to be unknown. All right. Mental health workers determined she needed to be placed on suicide watch. When an inmate is on suicide watch, he says they're sometimes placed in padded room and given a smock to wear instead of a shirt and pants, because those items could be used to hang yourself. If they get their clothes, they try to hang herself with them. If they're in a room with a sink or a toilet, they'll try to break that and harm themselves or whatever. So you have to take precautions when you can to make sure they're taken care of. Leilani's mother, Billy Howell, said that she hasn't heard from Leilani since she was arrested. All right. Okay, she said. So she got her first call today from Leilani. So, okay, she says when she called, she asked the jail why. They told her Leilani couldn't make phone calls for security reasons. Sheriff was asked. So I think that they rushed this article out, in my opinion, because they knew Billy was not happy about what she was being told, and she was questioning things. And I think, well, I want to be careful. I don't know. I don't. The timing of this, in my opinion, is odd, almost like trying to cover their butts a little bit. But at the same time, the very same law enforcement brought Quentin home and did a fabulous job and did a really great job, really hard work, what they had to do. So at the same time, I don't really want to badmouth them either, because yeah. But I think that they tried to get ahead of things, because yeah, Billy was like, why haven't I heard from her? And what's going on? And why this? Why that? She was like that for 9 days. Everything changed after what was happening to Leilani once the news got involved. Right. Okay, so we're going to talk about that. Maybe I'll give you a call in a minute. Hey, Gator Girl. Hi, Boo. So yes, the timing of this article and what's been going on behind the scenes, I'm sorry, but I believe that this is to cover some butts of what's going on. So, like I said, we've all known about this for days, but nothing's been put out there. But yeah, again, Billy started questioning things. So now you got these articles and the sheriff talking. So I think that's interesting. Don't want to, I think it's interesting. The timing is interesting. I can't lie to y'all. That's how I feel. Asked about phone privileges. She can call her family when she's out for her hour. She can put a message on the kiosk to text them, or she can do a visitation with them on the kiosk. That's left up to her. That's not left up to me. Interesting, because at first, even up here, it says she couldn't make phone calls for security reasons. But down here, when asked about phone privileges, that was left up to her, not him. So, okay. And like Billy's saying in the chat, that'll changed after she started questioning things. She talked to, people. And again, we went back and forth. Do we post about this? Do we talk about this? I'm not sure if any other creators did talk about it or not, or what, but I know that we decided it probably wouldn't be useful information at that time because, well, we really didn't know the whole facts of everything, and nobody was saying much till right now, today. Interesting, like Billy says, again, the timing. Yeah, Dr. Phil, you're going to be respectful to Billy or you're just going to get blocked on all of your troll accounts, please. Which I would really hate to do to you because you've been around at least my platform we're going on over a year and a half, because I remember you through Summerwell's case. So yeah, I really don't want to do that, but be respectful to someone who is not even charged in a crime that people have in their heads made up just because they have their own narrative. So stop it. Like she said, until you walk in her shoes for one day, don't you dare judge her for what she's doing. Because we can all say, not my kid. If my kid got into some trouble like that, nope, I wouldn't be. Nope, I'd be so gone, they wouldn't have me. We can say that all we want. But that's what humans do. We talk a big game and we don't know what we actually will do until we're put in the situation. So remember that. Hey, Bumfluff. You always stick by your children no matter what. I think a good parent will, not to say what she's condoning the bad stuff. I think that's very public to see. She hasn't condoned that. We see, all of the steps Billy has taken, not in the past, but now. It's not the same as condoning your child's behavior, but at the same time, Billy is the mother to Leilani, and she didn't ask for any of this to happen. So it's, you know what I'm saying? It's not up to us to take that from her. Only God can judge. Exactly. When she got off suicide watch and put all protective custody as when she gets back her phone purchases. All right. All right. Sheriff said at the end of the day, he and everyone at the jail treat each inmate the same regardless of who they are or what their charges may be. We could care less what the charges are or anything. We're just a holding facility. We treat everyone in this jail the same, and that's the way it is. Leilani Simon waived her right to appear at her arraignment last week week where she didn't get bond. She is set to appear on her preliminary hearing January 11th. Oh, thank you, Vaccine. It was on the news last night, and she was taken off of suicidal watch last night after the news reports. Right. Yo! Yeah. Unbelievable. And actually, I'm going to report that person, too. Well, give me 1 second. You can actually lose your entire account to even be in the chats for talking like that, and I'm reporting you right now, Mason. And Billy can report that comment too. My mods can. Hate speech and graphic violence. There you go. Unbelievable. Gosh. I almost hope you're not an adult and came in here and said that, because it's terrible, but I shouldn't be shocked anymore. Good. Don't even look. I reported it. It's good. I'm sure some of my mods will report it too, but not defending or supporting, but taking your clothing completely away seems pretty inhumane. That does, Julia. It didn't seem right what I was being told the last few days. Hey, Squids. So again, I think the timing is very interesting. But yeah, like she's saying, when the news got a hold, now they're talking. So I know they will, Brittany, and that's one of the reasons we didn't report it. But now that it was on the news last night and the sheriff spoke out, well, now we'll report it, because I know, since it's out there and it's public and we have the right to, fair use and commentate on what's put out there publicly on high profile cases, I figured it's okay to talk about right now, because I'm not going to get anyone in trouble for discussing it. Whether some people think that's okay or not, in the sheriff's own words, he's not even saying she's guilty of what she's in there for. He can't. She's only been charged. She hasn't been convicted. You know what I'm saying? So we got to wait and hear everything. We don't even know what all they have or what they don't have. So we have to wait. And I, for one, have to be very careful on that, because I am trying to support a man who has a life sentence to get out of prison. And hopefully he gets resentenced and will be told he has the shot at being a free man on December 9th. A lot of y'all know Taylor Conley. Thank you. Thank you, Unique. So I don't like wrongful charges on people. I dislike that very much. And I don't care. We know the establishment has to make a deal with the devil a lot of times in these cases just to get answers or to bring the person back home or find them. They have to make a deal with the devil. And no one will ever convince me, from my knowledge and even what's put out there by the media and the law enforcement in this case of Quentin, that Leilani fully acted alone. I will never believe unless there is proof, like solid ass proof, not just what Danny's saying, not what Danny's family members are saying. Like, I would need solid proof that shows me he was not involved. And I don't know what that proof, what I would even need, because they haven't released the videos yet. So I don't know. Do we only see Leilani in that car that day? Is it Leilani and Danny? Is it Danny? Like, we still don't know any of this. Only the law knows this right now. Of course you are. And I think that's perfectly understandable. Please understand, some days she's having a hard time being a mom to her daughter. And she does. I hear it every day. And it is back and forth, but that's normal. And I always tell her that's normal. You can be very pissed off and say you want nothing to do with her one day, and then the next day, like, that's your daughter. You gave birth to that human. You weren't expecting this tragedy to happen, and you just lost your daughter. Not just your grandson, but you lost your daughter too. So I think that's understandable to have your feelings go hot and cold, if you will. Couldn't imagine. It's very hurtful, painful, and overwhelming, but I'm a mom. Yes, you are. And you're human. You're a mom and you're human. So, I mean, y'all know the Angela Cannon. You guys remember Angela Cannon, Dory Worthern, who killed her daughter and killed her grandson? And he took off and was on the run for a year. Some of y'all may remember that case. Well, Angela, after Jory was arrested, met with Jory. And for her own well-being and for her to be able to move on and try and be functional in life and not have so much hate wash over her, she sat 2 feet face to face with that man who killed her daughter and her grandson a year before. If I'm not mistaken, it was 1 year. And she faced him and she said, "Jory, I forgive you for what you done." And he wouldn't even look at her. And she got a lot of hate for that too. Why would you forgive that man after what he's done? You can't tell someone else how to make their souls and their hearts go about life and feel better and know that they're doing what they need to do to go about life. Billy still has to go about life every day. So whatever she has to do to be able to do that and wake up every day and get through another day, shouldn't be judging her. Hold on. I have a question. Why is there so many people that make videos on the family members that aren't even involved in the crime? They deserve love and support. That's a great question. We don't understand it. We don't understand it because everything that Billy has done and the loved ones have done is everything a lot of you come from Summer Wells. And I know what I've witnessed from the loved ones of Quentin is what I wish we would have seen with Don and Candace and Grandis and all of them, everyone on Beach Street, all of them, not just Candace and Don, but like everybody. And everyone's so emotionless, even still to this day, right? Yeah, for clicks and views, and yes, that's exactly it, Thor. But there was a lot lacking. Like, they couldn't make a public plea for their daughter without anybody helping them. Do you remember? We were one of the first to ask them to do that, and they couldn't. You found it, instead it was me and Mark basically telling him what to say. That's really fucked up. Do you remember we saw the change in Don and Candace's behavior when at first, right, talking to Chris McDonough, and then we start talking about this case, that case, high profile cases, and he studies them on how to act, how to behave. And y'all see with each case how he changed. A lot of you gave me shit and said I was coaching him on how to look and how to act. And I was, which in my opinion, because that said a lot to me. I shouldn't have to coach somebody how to act publicly when their loved one is missing. And one thing I never had to do is ask Billy, like, why aren't you doing this? How come you can't do this? Like, shouldn't you be acting like this? Or do you see how this person acts in this case? Never. Not one time. Everything you've seen has been, and in fact, some of it I feel like, oh my God, should I even be putting this on live? But, you know, because I don't want her more bashed. So a lot of the times the stuff on this case is not, I haven't really put a lot out there because I'm trying to be more protective of Quentin's loved ones this time around. Unlike, I learned a lot, right? So I learned some stuff in Summer's case, and then I learned in this case, I'll repeat it. I don't really regret a lot of what I've done, but I wish I did. I shouldn't have put so much out there publicly. I should have. I'm not even sure as I talk about and remember back the case and everything that happened. I don't even know. I do. Okay. I don't think I gave Grandis a fair shot. I actually really believe Grandis was sleeping. But, and remember when Don and Candace were like, your mom, and Don's like, your mom's right there, watch it. And I was like, oh shit. And I thought Grandis was like the upper. And then I'm like looking back, I'm like, oh shit, they probably just were being very careful because maybe they didn't want Grandis to know their shit, right? Because could you imagine Grandis having like, oh shit, thinking your daughter took your daughter's life and your granddaughter's? So I don't know. Accountability is the only was to see a better life. I believe in that. I believe Leilani may never get out of prison, but I do believe that she can still do it. Exactly. And she can. High Priestess, hey, 444. Oh, we got 3 dropped off, so we don't got the good number now. But I want the same because again, she's got 2 other children. And for them, I want her to get mentally well and still do well. Like, I don't think her brain was at a 22-year-old girl brain. When you look at her, right? Like, some people said, why did you crop her face out of the picture up until she got arrested and then you showed her face in the picture? And I did that for a purpose. It's fine line because I didn't know exactly what would go down. And I don't want Leilani to feel like everyone just thinks she's a monster, because I don't. I think there's people that are monsters in Summer's case, but in this case, I don't think that. I think sometimes accidents happen and people make shitty choices, as you guys know from my past, and sometimes humans fall victim of that, and it's not just something that happens, it's something that goes so far back through generations of family. I don't think a lot of people understand. People who were, I will say, like, born with a silver spoon in their mouth, or never had to face a hard day on the streets, or whatever you want to call it, in real life, right? They can watch a movie or whatever and say, oh yeah, I can relate to that. No, you can't relate to half the shit I think that even I've lived through. And what I've been through is very small on the scale of what I feel like uh, Billy Joe and her family and everyone, and Quentin and everyone has been through. But again, that's why I always told myself when I was little, like, you can get through this, Cher. There's someone else in the world that's going through something 100 times worse than what you're going through right now. You can do this. You will get through this. And I used to, as a little girl, I used to tell myself, there's this is happening. How is Tommy doing? That's a good question. She needs mental health. Yes, she does. Because it's people have to see past Leilani, or what Leilani gets charged for, or even what they believe in their own heads what Leilani is guilty of. So again, it's not up to us to take that from her other children, though. Her other children are going to want. They don't understand right now, but once they get to well, without saying too much, but one's a baby and the other one is, still very young. I would say at about 11, 10 or 11, these children are going to have questions. And like I said, doesn't matter. Billy can tell them anything, answer any question for them. Tommy can answer any question for them. Their uncles can answer, and whatever, like, all the people around them, their loved ones, and anyone, their friends, can tell them and answer their questions. But like I said, nobody is going to satisfy the questions they have, like hearing it from their mother. Yeah, no, she didn't, but something definitely happened in the last few months that crossed some wires, to speak. And all of the drugs and stuff that, some of the stuff, there's things that Billy is just finding out, like things she just found out that Leilani and Danny were up to. I don't believe it was just Leilani. Again, I can't believe that. But there, and well, she's in chat. She'll say it if she wants to. But she didn't quite know just how bad that these folks needed drug money until this week, when she found out there was certain things pawned. I'll just say that. Yeah. Why she flipped. Drugs are the type of drugs that she was taking, and something that was in her system that I don't even know. Does she know that she even took? Like, I question a lot of things right now. And again, it's so hard to even talk really on this case without knowing, like, what you're trying to figure out why too. Yeah. When drugs and alcohol are removed from the system, people are so much different in every way. Yeah, that, and her childhood, like her childhood, her relationships she's been in. Leilani told me before she was in a relationship, and she was in a relationship. That's all I'll say. And this boy really, really hurt her. Like, she told me a lot of things that happened to her. And that takes factor in it too. That's trauma. Abuse is trauma and fucks you up. Trust me, I'm real fucked up in my head. it's it's not even something, because I've been in and out of therapy most of my life. And it's not even something that therapy could ever help either. It's just something you have to kind of own. Like, yeah, okay, hold that, I'm fucked up, but what am I gonna do about it? Like today, am I gonna use all of that to be a shitty human, or am I gonna keep it moving and I'm gonna try and help other people make it through life as well, and let them know they're not alone and that they can do it, because if I did it, they can do it. And just because you're told from, about 7 years old on that you're not going to amount to anything, you're a piece of shit mom, you're a piece of shit dad, you're either going to be in prison for life or you're going to be 6 feet under before you're even 21. So why the hell do we even really care, Cher? Right? That's what you get told. That's the system for you folks. When you are over the age of 5 years old, thrown in the systems. Everyone loves CPS so much and calling CPS on each other. Remember that shit. You aren't doing kids good half of these times. CPS fails children. But abuse, drugs, alcohol, the trauma, all of that, yeah, there's a reason why I think people are being too harsh on Leilani. And for me, it puts me in a hard spot because I hear, like, Billy is angry a lot of times. She is angry. And like I said, this woman and I have talked about the death penalty on her daughter, and it felt so wrong because she's like, well, if there's facts proving her to what she did to my grandson, yeah, she probably deserves a death penalty, and it's probably better for her than living life in prison. Like, we've had all kinds of conversations about that, and I'm sorry, Billy. But I think people should know that side of you, because they keep thinking for whatever reason that you are protecting her or enabling her or whatever, and that's not what I'm witnessing or seeing. But I want her to do mentally well, get on track, and that could take several more years for her with her how fucked up she is, right? Because let's use Taylor Conley as an example. He was arrested at 19, and he, even in prison, did shitty. But when he turned about the age 25, even though he thought he would never be a free man or walk out of that prison in Washington state ever, he still said, you know what? I want to make something of myself. And that's why I understand Billy, because he thought he would never, ever be a free man. And he might not ever be a free man, but he has got a shot at being a free man, because when he was arrested at 19 and he had all of this trauma, abuse trauma, drugs and alcohol, yes, he robbed somebody, a drug dealer, and the drug dealer was shot and killed, but he was 19. Now, a forensic person spoke on his case and said, a human's brain does not develop until about the age of 25. But if you add trauma onto that and you add drugs and alcohol and all of that, your brain isn't aging as it should. You're way behind. So Leilani is 22. She probably has the brain of maybe an 18-year-old or a 17-year-old. I don't know. That's just my guess. And still, she's only 22. Not only that, 3 children. Like, that fucks you up too at such a young age. Like, everything. How Leilani told me that this man, like, almost gave me flashbacks of my past. She's been picked up. She's been choke slammed to the ground. She's been, what did she tell me? Kicked in her back and in her face. Like, all kinds of stuff that Leilani talked to me about in previous just relationships that she got in. Yeah, right, Marty. She don't she doesn't have to answer. But that's one thing about Billy too. She's always been an open book. Explain to brain. Yeah, it's a very real thing, and it's used in the Supreme Court. In Taylor's case, is the one who made this um a thing. So if the courts in the Supreme Court, and that is science, a forensic, what is it? Forensic expert for mental health, like it's scientifically proven that that's a thing. So I can't be harsh. So when I hear Billy's angry, it could be very easy for me to talk shit about Leilani because I get angry too, right? Her son was found in a landfill. That should never happen. But at the same time, I have to keep reminding. And yeah, someone said, how do you pick your cases? I honestly think at this point, it's PTSD picks my cases. It was fixed by 23, very hard mentally. See, Wandering Hearts, they wouldn't give me that option until I was 25. Even though I had kids, they were like, it doesn't matter, you're still young. In Minnesota, the law is 25, or maybe I asked for it. Yeah, I had 2 kids at the time, and I was 22, and they wouldn't do it yet because they said I was still so young I could meet someone when I get married and have kids still. So the law in Minnesota is 25 years old before they will tie your tubes. Her father was abusive too. See, a lot of trauma there. I'm an empath. I'm sorry, this case is hurting my heart to know that he was in a garbage. Of course it does. And that pisses off his family too. It pisses off Billy. It pisses off Gator Girl. It pisses off Quentin's uncles and Grandpa Tommy. It pisses everyone off. And they totally understand people's anger in that because they're angry too. But no one can be as angry as what Quentin's family is, as angry as they are. Think how angry you guys are just being outsiders learning this case. Now think to be Quentin's loved ones, Quentin's family, Quentin's Nana, Quentin's Papa. Yeah. PJ wants to protect Leilani very badly, but it isn't human nature to be put in the position to love the daughter that Ellie is telling you took the life of your grandson. How can you react to that? There's no book telling us. What do you want to carry it upstairs first, baby? Before you open it? Mr. Cher he bought a mattress for one of the kids, and it came like rolled up in a box. I'm not sure, unless it's gonna like pop up like a real mattress. I'm a little skeptical of it. It looks very thin. Does it? Okay, well, we'll see. It's supposed to fluff up, he said. Messed up situation all around for everyone. Yeah. It is. Excuse me. Whoa. What was that? Okay. Indica Girl says, Billy, I've never walked in your shoes, but I'm still going to pray for Leilani that she finds God and peace within. Thank you. That's what we should be doing. Can't tell you how many times to beat Leilani and Danny's ass. Oh, how many times you wanted to. Yep. But what is that going to do? Nothing. Oh, yeah. Facts. Oh, good to look, kitty kitty. Aw. I don't protect you from your actions, but I will help you get through your consequences. Yo, and everything, like, I've been watching this woman just help so many people around her, even with everything she's going through. She still will put other people and like their hardships above what she's going through right now. Perhaps maybe it's a way to kind of focus her mind on something else a little bit. But I'm telling you, you guys, what? I don't even understand that comment. My heart breaks for Quentin and BJ. Just know Quentin is an angel watching over you. Y'all should have heard the wind chimes going off last night when I was on the phone with them. Like, just kept hearing the wind chimes going off. I'm like, oh my God. Every time I heard it, I was like, there go the wind chimes. And of course, we all think it's Quentin. Well, we know it was Quentin. Do you know how she was doing today when BJ talked to her? That's up to BJ. If she wants me to give her a call while live and she can say a little something, I will do that. Aussie screw you. Yeah, okay. I took the comment that way as well, so they're out of here. Because I don't really understand what that means. It doesn't sound good though, but I still can't understand why they're blaming someone that was in an entirely different state, right? And no one has yet to say that she should have what she should have done. She handled this exactly how a loving mother, grandmother should. Thank you, Britt. It was a short phone call. Yeah, I bet. No, she did not protect Leilani. What I'm saying is that it's human nature to want to protect your child. Right. She didn't protect, but I'm sure she had to fight the instinct to do so. She did the right thing. She drove her daughter to the FBI knowing what was about to happen. So that, I mean, could you imagine anyone that's a mother here that loves their children? I can't. That I don't know. There's no. I wouldn't be able to do that. There's no fucking way. Mm-mm. I'd have the idea in my mind that everyone thought Leilani and Billy were gonna do. That's probably what, honestly, because I love my kids and I would not want them in prison for life. But also, yeah. So I understand the hard place, but so many things would be probably running through my mind. She was honest from the first news interview, saying, "My daughter lies a lot. We don't know what to believe from her." Thank you, cards are a blessing. Commendable. She did the right thing. She did something that I hope none of y'all ever have to do. I hope none of y'all have to order a child's casket. I hope none of y'all have to plan your grandson or your child's funeral. And I hope that you don't have to wonder how your loved one is doing. Because as a mother, do you want to like think the things like we all know what happens in prison, the people that hurt children, right? So do we like no. I can't even get the words out. I'm like, no, this is too much. Right, Brent? But she said all along, and she told everybody all along that she would do the right thing, no matter who, what, when, where, why, that she would do the right thing. And I think we all witnessed that. And also, the sheriff spoke, right? Did you see anywhere in the news article that was calling Billy a liar, saying she didn't drive her daughter in? Did you see any of that? No. So those creators can stop that bullshit. Like yesterday would be nice. I watched a little bit of Jodie Sue today. Why did she delete a bunch of her shit, by the way? That's weird, but That's another show. It's never easy to do the right thing. Right, Anita? Babe?
Honey?
Do you want to come talk for a minute while I get pizza?
Okay.
I'm hungry.
Hello, everybody. So what are we doing? What are we talking about? What's going on? What's happening?
Oh, we're just talking about, so if you want to pull up WTOC News in Savannah, you will see, I don't know if you want to turn your camera on. I know you like to turn your camera on. There's an update today, as we knew she was on suicide watch for several days. Right there. Down. Yep.
So you didn't go over this article yet?
We did, but that's what we're talking about. So if you want to go over it, there's probably newer people in the chat.
Just give me a quick from people in jail. She needed to be placed on suicide watch. She hasn't heard from Leilani since she was arrested. Oh, they said Leilani can't make phone calls for security reasons. She can call family when she's out for her hour. She can put a message on the kiosk to text them, or she can do a visitation with them on the kiosk. That's left up to her. It's not left up to me, said the sheriff. So Billy's wondering why Leilani hasn't called her. And apparently she can when she's out for her hour, but I don't know. If you're on suicide watch, it might be a little bit different. Okay, what's the chat saying? As a mother, you love your children unconditionally, and that means standing behind them no matter what. You don't abandon your children. Yeah, that's true. You may not agree with what they did, but you still love them. Yeah, she is. PJ's having a really rough time. Yeah, a little empathy. A little empathy goes a long way. Hey, Progressive Patriot, how you doing, bud? Hello, Indica girl. That article is a little disturbing. Well, I would found it weird that in one paragraph said she hasn't been able to make calls, and then now it's saying she can when she's out for her hour. So I think BJ just said she's just got out for the first time last night.
The timing of that article, Billy, remember, she's been telling us for days what's been going on, that she's had no clothes, she's been handcuffed to the shower, the toilet, she was on suicide watch. Mm-hmm. And so the timing of that article and the sheriff speaking is almost like covering their butts a little. But I don't know.
Yeah. Well said, Kim. And honestly, I have no idea. I have no idea why it's only at BJ and not at anyone else who's in that house.
Yeah.
I don't care that she got custody finalized the day after Quentin went missing. I don't care. It's irrelevant to me.
And that's not her fault. That's CPS's fault.
But yeah, check out my nose. I did it good.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know what to think of all that. I hope that's not true. Tough love, yep.
Do you want maybe a pepperoni pizza? Or...
Sure. Well, what happened? Well, okay. I'll reenact it. I was drilling a hole in the bottom of a cabinet. So I'm bent way over like this. And then I thought I had my arm kind of braced on the top of the cabinet. And then I punched through and my arm slipped and I smacked my face on the top of the cabinet. Stupid. I thought I broke my nose at first because I heard a crunch, but it was just actually I took a little gouge out of the cabinet with my face. You can't see me? Well, I don't know. Yeah, that's not the worst thing I've done to my nose. Honestly, the only thing that hurt was my pride. It looks way worse than it is. I don't know. 31405. Not sure what that is. Typical male. Yeah. You ever do that? You ever bump into something or, whatever, and then blame that inanimate object as if it did it to you on purpose? I've done that. They expected the tree but wouldn't let me put it up for them.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I heard Cher when I come home, she was talking about Taylor. I think that's on the 9th.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's going to be a big deal. Hopefully he gets resentenced to a lighter sentence, at least gets a chance to live a normal life. I'm the most clumsy person ever. I walk into shit all the time, and then my fiance is like, "There's a bench there," and I'm like, "No shit, Sherlock." That happens with us all the time. Whenever she stumbles or something, like, "Whoa, careful." Oh, it's good to see you too, Vexing. Accountability has to be the start for change. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. If Leilani did this and did it all by herself, she needs to own up to that. Quentin deserves the truth. Run into furniture and walls. Well, we got where our fridge is, it's kind of around the corner. And there's not much space between the wall. Like they got the wall here and the fridge here. Like there's a wall kind of hiding the fridge. You know what I mean? But there, from the edge of that wall to the stove, there isn't a lot of room. So I have absolutely bashed my toe on that baseboard walking to the fridge twice now. Oh God. The one time my toe went all purple and everything. I thought I broke it, but no. It's just falling apart. Yeah. You know, family does. Absolutely. Well, hoping and praying that you do find out the full truth. Oh, glass, yeah. Glass can be a son of a bitch. Yeah. Who's walked into a glass door before? Yep. I do need to be supervised, sweet sativa. I hurt myself on a daily basis. Not in the ways that you would think. Like I work with power tools and knives and stuff. I never hurt myself with them. But yeah, carrying a cabinet, somehow I'll gash my arm or it's just stupid. The ones that say pull but you push. Yeah, been there. Broke your nose. Oh, I shattered my nose when I was in the Navy. Oh, it was bad. You know, on ships, there's those big steel sticky up things. There's two of them, and that's what they wrap the ropes around when they go to shore. They're called bollards, anyway. So we were out at sea, and it was nighttime, and we, after the meals, we dumped the used food or whatever off the back of the boat. So I'm going out there, and I'm waiting for my eyes to adjust, and I think I'm doing okay. I think I can see pretty good. So I start walking. I'm carrying 2 5-gallon pails full of food, and I tripped over the one bollard, and I face planted right on the other. And I literally, my nose shattered. I almost got airlifted off the boat because they couldn't stop it from bleeding. They ended up shoving a catheter up there and inflating it. That's the only way they could do it.
Can you mute for a minute?
Oh, one sec, peeps. Yeah, so this is nothing. I was laughing about it as soon as I did it. I'm like, God, that was stupid. Guys are sitting there trying to get the blood to stop. I could see a guy over in the corner. He's getting queasy because I tried to put my head back and all the blood started pouring down my throat. So I coughed and it just went everywhere. So, yeah.
Tell me which one you do.
Tell me what? Oh. I don't know why I got off on that, but whatever. Accountability is a hard thing, and without blaming others, that is the only maturity and growth can happen. The only way maturity and growth can happen. As parents, we set the expectations for our children. Nicely said.
Is it our old postal code then?
No, it's this postal code.
You changed it?
Yep.
Okay.
I don't know who was saying it was an accident, Crypt Keeper. I haven't seen anybody say that. Hey, Ann. Put a knife through the fatty part of my palm, removing a seed from an avocado once. He said it took a while to be able to eat avocado again. Nice. I did that when I was cutting watermelon. It was almost all the way through, and I was doing this, working the way, and boom. We don't stop learning. We're always learning.
Hey.
From Daily Do's and Don'ts. It's not a bad idea. The youngest turns 21 tomorrow. Well, happy birthday to your youngest. Yeah, I probably should be. Doing your own spark plugs. Nice. Hey, what's up, Thor? Are you struggling, baby? She's trying to order a pizza, but
No, I had to PayPal you for the pizza because I wanted to buy dinner tonight. So I PayPal you.
Okay.
So they wouldn't take my card.
My son was 6. He found a thing spring from inside a pen. Tried to stretch it out, then it pierced his finger and curled around the bone. Yeesh. Yeah, I've heard that. It's not until
you guys want dinner. All right, let's go. I get it for you.
Yeah, mid-20s, we were fully developed brains.
All right, cat's over. All right, you got it. We got it. We got it.
I'm missing part of the conversation here.
We're here. How are you?
Oh, did you get to talk to Leilani today?
I got yours. Wait.
Yeah, there's something to that. Yeah, when I was 18, I was still a kid. When my dad was 18, he had already been working and on his own for years. Do you think Taylor will get a lighter sentence? I do. I mean, there would be no point in resentencing him if they're just going to resentence him to the same sentence. So he will get a lighter sentence. I'm assuming that they're just going to give him life with parole. So after 25 years, he can get out. I'm hoping they give him less than that. He's served, was it 2005? Like 17 years, I think. 16, 17 years. So, yeah, it'd be nice. He's got a a wife and he's got a baby now. So it would be nice if he could get a chance at life. I know a lot of people may not agree, considering what he was involved in when he was younger, but yep, and he's in Washington State. You want just for you, but anyone that says her being 23 with 3 kids back to back, prior trauma combined with untreated mental illness has nothing to do with it is ignorant AF. Yeah, I mean, she obviously had some, well, has issues. I mean, anybody who would harm a child, you got issues for sure. Does that excuse it? No. But, you know, it helps, you know, shed some light on understanding how and why this happened. What's up, Papa Cher? I don't know why some people can't see me, but others can. So, well, if you can't, you're really not missing much. Are you coming back?
I might.
She might. I just took over her channel. Oh, Megs. Yes, we love Megs. I agree, Ann. 45 Club. I'm 45 too. King Mark. Ta-da! I ain't even gonna smoke.
Okay.
And here's your hostess.
You guys, how am I getting off this cool chair? Fast. Heels on the ground, bitches. I'm gonna go scream outside your houses, uninvited. What? I missed my big sunglasses. Hey, Ian.
Oh, she's British.
I'm British. I'm actually British. MGL ain't got shit on me. We got the same hat though. Yeah. Oh, he talks British better than me, but my dad says I'm Manchester blood, so no, I don't think I rock a hat well, but I've got some plans for this. For one of my subscribers, I can't remember who, but thank you. I'm going to make y'all laugh. I'm going to shrink my stomach. I'm going to scream outside houses. Get my press badge off of Amazon. You love my hair. My hair dye will be here. My hair dye will be here in like 3 days. Let me check. So we're going to go blue, and I got the blue, like really blue, to the purple. And then I think I'm going to also, well, I don't even know if I can wear my extensions now. My back of my hair looks like a boy. Look at it. Mark, we have the same back of hair. Only mine's not silver. I look like a boy in the back. I still can't believe I did that. I told Mark, drop me off at the salon. I'm just getting it trimmed. I'm just taking the dead ends off. And, you know, it's my birthday. I just want to go to the salon. Why did I do that? I don't fucking know. Because I could have probably done this for $188. But Well, I mean, I bought everything they used in my hair too. I treated myself. So everything that she put in my hair, I bought it. Fucking A. Plus, I told her massage my. Okay, whatever. I treated myself. And I got my lip. I waxed my lip for the first time ever. And that fucking hurt. But my foundation looked good the other day. Even though it's making me break out now. I gotta get new makeup one day. This looks awesome on me. Y'all lie like a rug. Is that cut called a Dutch? What? Looks really healthy now? Good, because I chopped it all off. So that was the goal. I told her, I'm like, it's all fried now. But all the bleach I put in with the hair, with the color and everything, it's fried. Let's just take it all off. The color purple, I've had to fight my whole life. Yes. That's another. Summer's color was purple. And purple is also a sign of strength and being a survivor from domestic violence. So I thought, am I going to take the purple out? And then I remembered, no, I think I said I would keep purple in my hair until we had answers for summer. So I can't do that. Hey, Yanni. Hey, Megs. Enola Wolf. Mandy. Everyone coming in. Sweet Sativa. We got Indica Girl and Sweet Sativa. Conspiracy Theory. It's the same person. No, I'm just kidding. Cotton Candy Boobs. Cotton Candy got in trouble yesterday or today. And I didn't even know, and I've been trying to find, but a lot of people have streamed. If y'all don't know, she got she got in trouble. She was streaming. I wanted to get into a lot of shit today, so we'll probably do 2 lives tomorrow. Because I don't like long lives, so if people want to get information, they don't have to sit through 3 hours of stuff. But I do want to discuss a lot of stuff. Dr. Phil, AWP, Tim Mullins, Summer Wells, my whole conspiracy of situation. A lot of y'all know I didn't quite fangirl over AWP at all, over any case at any time. Something always seemed weird to me. But the Kylie Rodney case, I watched it all with y'all. And I remember I said to Mark, I said, this shit seems so staged. Like, this is fucking off. Cotton Candy Boobs knows too, because I have had conversations with her. Like, I just always, we all got shut down. At least I'm not part of the hot mic club. I didn't even know. Okay, I don't even know what exactly happened. I heard there was hot mic moments, but what does that mean? Rinse with white vinegar after you color. It will seal it so it doesn't fade so fast. Thank you, Kim. Also, yeah, cooler water and Arctic Fox color lasts a long time. This is the same purple that I did the week I went to go meet Dad. I haven't colored it purple since. So yeah, it's really faded, but the pastel purple is also pretty nice. But you can see some of the blonde now coming through. So it's time for a touch up. So as soon as I get here, I'll go live again, and we are gonna do blue to purple, I think, or purple to blue. Not quite sure. I'll show you the colors. But yeah, we'll set up a live for all of that. I wanted to get into all of it today, but there's a lot of updates because I actually didn't see that news article till Billy sent it to me about 10 minutes before, or I would have gone live way earlier. So I'll have it on Monday. I will have it on Monday. We will dye my hair on Monday. Can't I spell? will show you what colors I got. Hey, Frankie. I got my normal purple, the same purple I've been doing. Purple as fuck. Used to be called Purple Rain. I got this blue right here. So this is what we'll be working with. Oh, what I do. Okay, well, there you go. I don't know. I think that's really pretty. I was trying to get close to like the blue heart emoji color. So that's the blue. So I don't know if that'll be the, I have to have my ombre. That's just me. And then my regular purple, which you guys see all the time, is, well, that one's pretty, but that's not the one I do. This is the one I do. Yeah. So those are the two colors. That's what we'll be doing on Monday, y'all. It's just a weird way that I like to help keep things alive. I have that in gray, but not sure what I'm doing. Oh, do you have that? Yeah, I really like the Purple Rain. I've used many different hair colors. Splat used to be my go-to, but that shit really the color leaks a lot. But I've colored my hair since I was like 12 years old, so I haven't had this right here. This top half of my hair is the first time in since I was about 12 years old that I've had my regular hair color, my natural hair color. So the silver, if you put that will look good in your hair. Now I kind of want you to try it. Most of mine is white. It skipped the gray. Damn it. I tell Mark all the time, women pay a lot of money for silver hair like he has. I want to get some like purple or blue shampoo on his hair and see like just how shiny and silver we can get it. He laughs at me, but I'm going to do it one day. How is Leilani doing? I think gray is beautiful. I do too. And some people wear it so well. What? Someone left me a comment on one of my videos about Jody Sue. Their actual comment says, "You shouldn't be at Mark." What does that mean? I shouldn't be at Mark. Some of my dreads are purple and blue. Oh, listen, I've had dreads before in high school, and I've had all kinds of different, like, I've fucked with my hair a lot. And I don't mind wearing a wig either, as you guys see. But Mr. does not want me to get dreads. Not even if it looks like Angelina Jolie. He said no. He also told me not to cut off all my hair. But he said it's fine. Purple shampoo on gray, right. Blue is for, oh, that's right. 45 and white-headed. No, you had a nice blonde. Hi, Shelly. Thank you. Dreads are hard for Caucasian women. The only thing that stopped me, and I cannot remember back to those days, mine were extension dreads though. The only thing that really stopped me from getting it done in the past year is I suffer headaches and migraines a lot because of my head injury. And from what I remember, I mean, they're heavy. They're really heavy. So I know that would probably add to the amount of headaches and migraines that I receive. So that's why I haven't. Okay. I'm going to end this because I think our pizza should be here soon. And as you've seen, Mr. just got home while we were live. I'm going to do a live in the morning where I want to cover. I want to like, what the fuck is Bullhorn Betty doing and Olivia doing? I don't even know. I don't even think it's honestly worth talking about, because it's like the fucking nerve. Like, honestly, the fucking nerve. It's a matter of time before they start pissing off the locals there too. So I think we'll just wait on that. But I do want to discuss Dr. Phil, not Dr. Phil YouTube chat, but the Dr. Phil, the one person that I begged Billy Joe to never go on, and his ties to a lot of young women being put in facilities where they get raped and harmed. These women speak out. So we've seen the whole Summer Wells, Dr. Phil, the Tim Mullins thing. There's a lot I want to cover, but we'll leave this. I'll put a slash and say updates on Leilani Simon, I guess. And then tomorrow we'll cover that in the morning. And then tomorrow evening, I want to do a little something as I've done in the past, because I got another letter from the same person who sent me the first letter about summer. And there's a few things I do want to touch on. And as I said, you guys know, I've commented on some people that discuss, I'm kind of shocked. I think people are shocked that I'm still following summer. But as I said, if there's nothing new to report, I don't have anything to bring to you guys. I don't want to just talk of the same shit we've cycled now for, like, what are we on, 17 or 18 months now? Like, I can't. So there's something now I want to talk about in that case. So we'll do that tomorrow night. Plus, I feel bad that I've canceled a bunch of shows on y'all because I let these assholes kind of get to me. And so I'll give you 2 shows tomorrow. And of course, we always appreciate Quentin's Nana, aka BJ, aka Billy Joe. You can call her whatever you like. She prefers to be called BJ, as long as you don't call her something nasty, you know. But we thank the loved ones, Gator Girl too, in here, answering what they can. In my opinion, probably answering a little too much sometimes. But again, she's an open book and she's not got nothing to hide. Oh, thank you, Frankie. Thanks for all y'all do. Because when the hate comes in like it does, I've gotten tons of emails. Right now I'm very choosy about opening emails, but I can see in the subjects, I see the first little bit. So if I haven't responded to your email, I do see all of the love and the support coming in, even after what assholes have put out recently. I appreciate y'all. I see that. I love y'all back, and you keep this platform going, or I would just go to McDonald's or something and flip burgers again. So it's not that I'm not responding to be rude. I'm just, sometimes that's just how I work. My anxiety and everything's weird, and I kind of close off a little bit, which is why you don't see me on my platform for days at a time. Your hair is healthy and down to your tailbone. Holy shit. I used to be able to sit on my hair, and then I had a shower one day when I was younger. Never again has it been that long. I took one of those twirly brushes and it got all stuck up in my hair, and my bitch ass foster mom made me cut off all my fucking hair. Like, I'm talking, I had a pixie cut. It wasn't even, it was beyond a pixie cut. I basically had a shaved fucking head. All right, so I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks again. Yep, pizza's just getting here. And we'll talk about kind of all of the, I guess, conspiracies that I have in certain situations, including Kylie Rodney stuff. So there's a lot. So enjoy the rest of your evening, you guys. Love y'all. Thank you for the support. And I'll see you tomorrow. Babe, can you come get the door? Please? Okay, love y'all. Bye.